All right, so it's day 6, day 5. Climbed Cerro Bonita. I think spent 2 nights in Confluencia. I spent 3 nights in Plaza de Mula so far. The weather doesn't look great. I'm thinking, 5 days would be optimal to be between Canada and Nido and up at Camp Cholera. I I was instructed when I came to Plaza de Mulas to get a medical check as soon as I had touched 5,000 meters. So Cerro, the mountain I climbed yesterday, Cerro Bonita, is like 5,052 according to All Trails. So that leaves me. This is the day I was supposed to either check in with them last night or this morning to get a medical check. But the medical check tent only opens at 8:30. Then they have a big siesta like after 12:30. Then they open from like 5 to 8:30, and it's been busy like all morning. Now they're having some sort of big discussion inside there. I was also told that there might be a store opening up on the Inca side. Inca runs a store, so I could use some more sunblock. I think I'll run out of sunblock at some point. All right, so I'm at Camp Canada, roughly 5,000 meters. I'm told that the Grajales tent is a bit further, so I'm going to try to go there. Also, you get the benefit of using their privacy tent. You still have to bag your poop, but you can do that in the privacy of their tent. 0.75 miles here by my watch, and my watch also says it was 16,500 feet. It took me 2.5 hours. I was going kind of slow. I also made a late start, so I want to get down for dinner. Okay, I'm at Grajales Camp Canada, which is about 15 minutes away or a quarter-mile walk from the normal Camp Canada. The benefits is you get to use Grajales Dome if you're a Grajales customer. And they also have a private poop tent. You still have to poop in a bag, but I looked at it, it was quite nice, quite luxurious compared to what I was expecting. So you don't have to squat in the middle of everybody. So I didn't have lunch, so I'm eating lunch here, a late lunch. I brought up my stove just to test if it would work, and also just get an idea of what the campsites are like. I think campsites are pretty good here at Grajales. I think I'll have my pick, even if they have a party coming through. I think there'll be plenty of good campsites, and this dome is super warm in the middle of the day. And then the plan is to have the porters deliver the bags to the tent here, and that's the cash system. But I don't have a date that yet. So I think one of the biggest mistakes you can make here on Aconcagua is to I don't know what that is to go up too fast. Not just because of the altitude, but that is probably the number one reason why people don't do very well. But it's also because you want to, you lose access to bathroom, water, all this other stuff at base camp. You're also going to sleep better at base camp. So I just, I don't want to start going up until I've got a weather window in mind, because I think I can do the acclimatization is probably optimal is 5 days. So I'm good acclimatized to go up to Canada right now, but do you want to spend that many days in Canada? No, there's nothing going on here. I mean, even on the other side, it's just life's going to be hard. You don't have trash disposal, etc. So, uh, I think maybe we'll have one, maybe 5 days from Friday, but we'll see. All right, so it's day 7. Yesterday I went up to Camp Canada. It looked good. I liked Grahale's place. They had lots of space. Their dome tent was quite nice. And they also had that privacy tent for pooping. Much better than behind that one rock that everybody was using. But I was hoping to have a rest day today and get a shower and a shave. I think that the problem was, like, in the mornings, my razor was freezing and it wasn't really cutting well because it had like frozen bits on it. But today it's snowing for the first time. My tent nearly blew away. So I had to reapply all the rocks and try to secure it again because it was just going to blow down the mountain eventually. But it hadn't left its spot, but it moved about 2 feet. I got a weather report, and the weather router says that the 20th is probably the best day we're going to get in 10 days. But, she says it's more speculative the more days you go out, right? So mountain forecast is like 5 days. And then, so I asked her for kind of more than what mountain forecast would give me. I looked at mountain forecast today, and they kind of, at the very end of the 19th, maybe the winds were subsiding a little bit, but they're all over, mostly over 100 kilometers per hour at the summit, which is bad. And they were pretty strong today at Plaza de Mulas and overnight. And so I'm just gonna, I was planning on telling the porters to start taking up the bag, but then I want to see. I went up to Plaza Canada or Camp Canada just in my Bushido 2s. But if it's really icy, then I might want to have crampons or boots. And I don't want to send up that bag with the boots on it, unless if that's going to make it impossible for me to go up safely. But I think it's probably okay. It was weird. I passed a lot of people going up. They're all wearing their G2SMs or the equivalents, the double boots. And they just were moving so slow because they were carrying loads. And even at my very slow, lazy pace, was able to pass them all. But then on the way down, I got behind the porters. I guess I was in like the porter lane, and I don't know. I had a VHF from Grahale's, and I don't know where that is. It either fell out during the dome or the hike to Camp Canada or down. It's also possible the porters that passed me stole it from the bag because they were acting kind of cheeky. And there was one guy that was going to run me over. So I don't know. It's par for the course, I guess. Anyways, we'll see what Grahale says about that VHF if I can't find it. I have my own VHF, which I called the porters, but they didn't understand what I was calling about. I said I'd talk to them tomorrow, which is today. So we're day 7 out of 20-day permit. It looks like maybe day 12 is, day 13 is the ideal day, and that may be our only summit window. So we're probably going to go up on Friday, but we're going to see what it's like just a little more in the afternoon before we make any decisions. I'm also trying to decide on the final gear that I want to keep and not have. I just want to postpone going to Camp Canada and the higher camps as long as possible to sleep because of the pooping situation and the water situation and the electricity situation. everything gets a bit harder, and also to document it, it gets harder the more I spend up there. You run out of batteries, and then you run out of filming time, and then you don't actually film the trip, which we would have filmed the whole trip. Subscribe. Okay, so it was snowing this morning, but the clouds have mostly cleared, and it seems like a nice day. The forecast is only for no more clouds this week. I talked to the reporters